Hey Cancers, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. All right, let's get started. Welcome to your October reading. I hope all is well. Let's get started. I come to you, humbly God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Cancer Collective needs to know? All right, so listen. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, cool. Now, pre-shuffling. I'm saying, trying to meditate on the energy and all that. I see a fire. Cool. It wasn't like a forest fire. It wasn't a major fire, right? It was just a fire. I was lit, like a campfire, right? And then I saw jello. I saw green, and then I saw jello. I'm like, okay, I guess Spirit is playing Pictionary with me today. So here's what I gathered from it. I guess it'll make sense the more I do the reading. What I gathered, one, there's a fire that's ablaze, right? Somebody's fire, and fire in the heart with the green being the heart chakra energy, okay? I am feeling that. Now, with the jello, I guess somebody's making you feel like putty, you know. You water signs right now, you guys are on some, you guys are fired up by your heart and your loins, okay? And now, this is going to be different for everyone. As far as the time of whenever it comes, whenever this energy comes, some of you guys have already dealt with it, or some of you guys are going to deal with it, or you're in it right now, okay? So you just figure out where you are with this. No problem. It's a general reading. I still feel like you guys are carrying that daydreaming energy here. We have changed tracks. Speak up, get out of the fantasy and start speaking. That's what I'm feeling. Tune out distractions and imagine solutions. This is still the energy of you want something, go get it, right? Scorpio, by the way, they want something and they are going with a mother effing vengeance. I don't know what's going on with the Water Collective. Y'all are just on some, y'all look very, y'all got someone or something in mind when it comes to love. All right, and y'all are fixated. Every single one of you guys, all right? So, whatever. Let's move on to the reading. But it's like, it seems like it's causing a little bit of a loop with some of you guys for some reason, because you're so fixated on it. Obviously, Scorpio being the most fixated because they're the fixed water signs, right? Yeah. All right, what's going on with Cancers? Thank you. I feel like you guys are taming the fire. You're not going above and beyond with the energy, so that's good. But maybe you're distracting yourself from tending to the fire and allowing it to actually become a blaze. All right, so it might be the bit of an opposite energy. So we do have, yeah, okay. You have the King of Swords coming out along with the Four of Cups. Similar energy. High Priest is at the bottom of the deck. See, while the Scorpio energy, they were very clear. They were very clear intuitively about what it is that's going to give them, that's setting their fire ablaze. And they're just about to go hunt for it. With a vengeance, though, it seems like you guys are still like, I mean, maybe. You know, so that's what's happening there. Someone's unsure about this upgrade. All right. It just feels like someone's floating, you know, back to that water energy, the water signs reading, where I use that metaphor of being in an ocean and the waves are happening. It's just like, you're just kind of floating. Instead of like, you know, wow, here's how it works. The Scorpios are just swimming with the waves. Like, yes. You guys are just kind of just laying there and staring at the sky. You know, you're not really pursuing. I don't feel like there's much pursuing. All right. It feels like a little bit, it might be a little too passive. Okay. When it comes to this, there's a need for you to actually speak up a little bit. Switch gears, okay? Pump up the gears a little bit. Imagine your way out. Imagine your way into the situation. And don't, it might be, obviously, tune out distractions is coming out. There's something, it's like you're kind of floating in contentment with what you're already, with your current state. You're like, oh, I don't need to rock the boat. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's fine. But, the universe isn't going to just bring that thing to you. Right? You are going to have to put in work, right? Co-creating. Okay, co-creating with the universe here. So with the King of Swords here, there does seem to be a lack of clarity as to how to go about this upgrade. Or if this person is an upgrade for you. It's almost like this is a total opposite energy of the Scorpio reading that I just did, because that was intense. And this is like it's like the polar opposite. Where it's almost like disempowering a little bit. Like they're way too much in their power, and you guys are not putting enough power into this manifestation. It's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to miss out on that. That sucks, but whatever. C'est la vie. It's like, no, go for it. You guys know where you're going to go, but you're kind of waiting for something to fall into your lap, it seems. All right. You have to take the lead. And once again, the Five of Wands here, this is distractions. There's certain things that's stopping you from actually going for it. Okay, this is how this can apply, right? Now, I do think this is a love situation, but I'm going to apply it to work. Like, let's say if you're in a position where you're like, okay, I get paid enough. I get enough to pay my bills. I'm good. I'm chilling. But you know that there's an opening for a position of management that you will be great for. Of course, it'll be more responsibilities. But it'll be more passion, okay, in your life, and it'll be more money. It'll be more rewarding, all right, to go for this position. But because you're already content with this gray area that you're in, it's like it's stopping you from actually going for more. You're like, why rock the boat? Okay, and it's putting you into a lack of it's not putting you in a position of power. And then on top of that, it's like you have other elements around you that are affecting the current while you're floating in these waves, It's like you have other boats, you have speed boats going by, you have all these things going on around you that's actually affecting, the waves going in your face while you're just trying to float. There's a need for you to put some boundaries up on these distractions. Make sure this is not a speedboat zone. This is my place of zen, and this is where I need to focus and quiet my mind so I know what I actually want. I hope that metaphor made sense. It's like you're taking whatever comes. Tower moment. The Tower moment is going to be inevitable. I guess you guys are just like, all right, well, this shit is bound to happen, and all right, let's see. See, some of you guys are content in a situation and you'll just float your way into a whole marriage and kids, without, you're in a comfortable relationship. This could be your someone else, whatever. But this is like the energy of it. Not saying this is what's happening, but this is the energy. It's like someone is just floating in something that they're content with. Like they're floating in this job that they're content with. And they never go for a higher position or a higher pay. They never ask for a raise. And next thing you know, they're at this job for, half their life. Never asking for more. There's a need to ask for more. All right? There's a need to want more. There's a need to fire it up. All right? There's a little fire, like a campfire level. The fire is not a blaze. You have to keep feeding the fire so that it can become a blaze. Like, that's the work that you need to do. Keep feeding the fire. The fire can go out, and you just won't have any type of motivation or inclination to go for the opportunity when the universe brings it to you. So the universe can bring the opportunity your way, but if you don't have the motivation, you didn't feed your motivation with your imagination, you didn't allow yourself to fantasize, okay, enough to the point where you can actually, where you fed the fire and you're ready to go, then you won't go for it. Some of you guys, this is because you don't believe that you can have it. Some of you guys, you're in a situation where you think that's all you deserve. And even if you're not going to say that consciously, for some of you guys, it is a programming running in the background that's allowing you to get less than, or just go with what's safe. That's what's happening, the safeness. All right, cool. There's a need to make a final judgment call. That final judgment call is going to trigger a breakthrough. And then it's going to allow you to go into that, whatever the Scorpio mode is. They had a breakthrough, and now it's just like, whew. You guys need that breakthrough. Right now, I feel like the breakthrough is going to come, all right? But it's going to make you finally take a bit of a step forward, whether it's speaking your truth and asking for more in the situation that you're already in, or speaking up and telling and professing your love to someone. Whatever the case is, it's something like that needs to happen. Or if it's just breaking up with whoever you're with, whatever it is for you, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. Not saying that you have to break up with someone, but if this is resonating with you and you're already thinking about it, then there's going to be a breakthrough that comes through, okay, as you realize as you really start imagining what this perfect ideal relationship is for you. All right, if you already had an example, some of you guys already met someone and they gave you an example of what that is, if you start fantasizing more about and feeding the fire, you know, stoking the fire and lighting up the flame, then with the Page of Swords, it's going to shift you eventually. Like, the more you keep feeding the fire, the more it's shifting you into a new perspective, a brighter perspective. It's going to shift you into a new track where you're like, okay, I can have this. This can be a reality. The more you keep feeding that idea, the more it starts to feel more real, more tangible, and more accessible. So there's a need for that. Try doing some affirmations, okay? Every morning, I deserve love, okay? I deserve the best kind of love. I deserve to be happy in love. I live a passionate life, a balanced, passionate love, all right? There's a need for that, for you to start feeding that fire a little bit more so you can actually go for the thing that you want when it does come in. Yeah, with the Strength card and the Star card, there's a need. You don't feel strong enough to have it or strong enough to go and get it. All right, the will, it's something about the will. It's like just taking things as it comes. It's like, where's your passion for life? It's like somebody's just willing to roll over and take it. And the universe is like, where's your fire? Where's your fire? What sets your heart on fire? Let's keep talking about that. What sets your heart on fire? Well, how do you want to be loved? Let's keep thinking about that. Let's keep building that up in our minds. Let's do that. The universe is like, what do you want? Tell me more. Let's really imagine. What does that look like? What kind of house you want to live in? How many kids? You know, if this is love. If this is a career, what position do you want? How do you want to feel going to work every morning? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Let's talk. You want a pool in the backyard or not? You know, it's like, start really going into those details and have fun with it, okay? I feel like you guys did already do that a little bit, but something kind of, it's like the will, it's like you went into fantasy mode and that's all it was. You looked at it like, okay, well, now it's fun. All right, back to reality. It's like, no, that is your reality. That was you creating your reality. Why stop? Keep going. Don't let the fire go out. All right, what's the blockage? 1433. What's the blockage? Queen of Wands. Yeah, if you let the fire go out, it's going to cause some resentment, all right? Some of you guys are trying to suppress your resentment. about not being able to have it. You're acting chill, like, oh, I don't really want that job anyway. Or, oh, I don't really want that type of love anyway. I'm good where I'm at. It's like some type of denial here that's happening. You're suppressing the resentment about it, or the bitterness, or whatever. It's like you're suppressing the fact that you actually want this thing. There's a need to speak up. This is speaking up within yourself, being honest with yourself about what it is that you actually want. You're very clear about what you want. You realize that you're in a situation that's not giving it to you, but you're willingly laying it back down and going back to sleep. And the thing is, you can't blame anyone but yourself about it. If you're sitting here telling yourself, you're sitting here just telling, you're about to create a whole narrative as to why you don't really need it. It's like, come on. You're going to have the regret. Yeah. Wow. Look at that with the Ace of Swords coming out and the Five of Cups. The Ace of Swords, you're telling yourself a false narrative to try and convince yourself that you don't really want it anyway. You're about to throw away an opportunity, and you can't be mad at anyone else but yourself. But what's going to happen is you're going to start projecting your resentment on this person that you're with eventually, because you're not leaving. Okay, because they're not giving you what you want. And you're like, well, I could have had this over there. Yeah, you could have, and you still can. All right, nobody's holding you here but you. I know it's easier said than done, but it's a tough decision. But some of you guys need to do it. You can't be mad that you don't go for the position. You have the King of Swords with the Queen of Swords coming out. There's a need to tap more into your masculine energy. There's a need to balance out your masculine and feminine. There's a need, like I said, right now with Scorpio, they're all up in their masculine, just super aggressive with what they want to go for. They need to balance it out. You guys are all up in your feminine energy, and you're just like passively accepting whatever happens. Both of you guys need to balance that thing out on on the polar opposite sides of the spectrum. You guys need to pull from your masculine energy, all right, and go and get more of the go-getter attitude here, all right, instead of and then the thing is, it's like, if you don't think you're gonna get the job because it seems so far away, it only seems far away because of your narrative. If you keep imagining and you keep feeding this fire, you keep fantasizing about it, it's going to become more accessible. It's going to feel more accessible to you, because you'll be rewiring your mind and reprogramming your narrative, so then you can believe. All it is a belief system right now that's stopping you from getting it. You have to reprogram your mind so you can believe that you can have it. That's it. That's the only reason why it seems so far away. And then you have these distractions that are enabling this whatever this mindset is stopping you from focusing. There's a need for you to focus on what you want. There's a need to start journaling and meditating on what it is that you want. Have fun. Sexual transmutation. Y'all water signs are being nasty right now. So, start using that energy. Okay? Use your masturbation. Okay? And imagine, like, okay, this is me and Bae on a jet doing the do. Have those types of fantasies. Okay, this is me and this person. Well, I don't know, I wouldn't suggest like the actual person, but just the type of love, the type of passion that you would want. Start imagining that deep sensual love, if that's what you're going for. Imagine having the type of passion with someone where you're completely fulfilled. Imagine you guys doing that and then going out and taking a walk. Imagine things like that, all right? After you come, after you do the thing, after you orgasm, after you hit the peak, or even when you hit the peak, try to go to that mindset. Try to go to that image. If you can't do it while you're coming, then do it right after, okay? Then start imagining, or start with the affirmations right after. Have the affirmations right there with you, or create a sigil. All right, maybe I need to go into a video about that. But that's a little thing there. Look up sexual transmutation. All right. If you have all the sexual energy, there's a need for you to use that. All right. Sacred sexuality. Use that. All right. Anyway. Things are being made right. There's a need for you to put an end to whatever this false narrative you're telling yourself that's only going to lead to your resentment. It's only going to lead to your injustice, because you're not going to go for what it is that you actually want. Go for it. Okay. What are they failing to see? 1933. What are they failing to see? What was up? The split energy. Yeah, you're feeling trapped. Swords with the Five of Pentacles. You're feeling trapped. You don't know if you should go or stay because you don't want to take that risk and then be alone. End up being alone. Okay, but it's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. Okay, because right now you're about to settle for something that you're not really that into. Okay. You're the Three of Cups coming out. You're going to, if you guys are being led to leave someone, and not necessarily for someone else, but if you're just led to leave someone, it's like you're going to leave and have a solid foundation moving forward. The strength that's required to break out of this mental trap is going to set the stage for more harmonious relationships and interactions here. It's like you don't have to struggle. More abundance. Look at that. We have the threes coming out. Look at that. The three fish, the three here. I feel like this might be, some of you guys might be having your eye on someone else. Okay. I think it's still the third party energy here. All right. That's going to be different for everyone. Some of you guys, it is a third party, an actual person. For some of you guys, it's just an idea of what an ideal love can be. Either way, it's time to go for it. Nine of Wands, you're in the struggle mode right now. You're in this victim mentality. Like, all right, well, this is just my fate. I just have to deal with this. You don't. You actually don't. All right. And if you're sitting there placing blame on the universe or placing blame on this person and you're projecting on other people when it's like, no, you're just not taking ownership of your own actions. You're not taking the lead in your life. You're being too passive. You're being too passive. And you're like, well, I'm just trapped here in this prison. You know, I'm just here. This is what I have to do while you're looking outside longing. Stop it. Start going for it. Walk out the door. All right. Let's see it first. Too many cards. What was that at the bottom of the deck? I felt it. Page of Wands. All right. You don't want to be the bearer of bad news, right? You don't want to feel the regret. The stepping out on your own. You got to make a judgment call on that. You got to take a final step. All right. There's need to make a final judgment call. Look, I'm not happy. I need to move on. I need to find my happiness elsewhere. Or, look, this person makes me happier. They made me feel a passion that I've never felt before and that I know I'm never going to find with you. So I got to move on. All right? You don't want to be the bearer of bad news. The whole guilt is like really coming down on you. But you have the high ground. It is a blessed path. It is a lit up path with the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands and a Justice card and a Death card. This is major energy. This is a major transformation that's being lit up by the universe for you. You are supposed to do this. So, yeah, just get to it. Get her done. All right. Let's see what the... I'm pulling from the Crystal Energy Oracle deck. All right. I'll put that in the description box. It's a new deck that I'm using. All right. What is going on? Where are we at? 2303. Once again with the threes. Some of you guys need to change tracks from one person to the next person. All right. I know it's easier said than done. I'm sorry. What is what's the energy for Cancer? What's the crystal? Come on, three. Okay. I ain't trying to read all three. Because I got to read the passage for it too. I ain't trying to do all that. Speaking of three, selenite here at the bottom of the deck, 21-3. Yeah, this is third party energy. All right, cool. If you're single, then then you're probably part of a third party energy. You might be the side, the mistress, or the mister, whatever. You're the side person, or you're in a situation you have a side person in mind. Okay, if you're single and you're not involved in that, then there's some type of other third party element that's getting in the way of you actually going for the love that you actually want. All right, there's some type of distraction that's taken away from this passion of yours. All right, so we have Anandalite, we have Bumblebee Jasper, and we have Eye of the Storm. All right, I'm going to read these really quickly, do the power animal spirit, then we're all set. Okay, cosmic consciousness, Anandalite. Anandalite gently facilitates integration and releases emotional blockages standing in the way of spiritual awakening, that death and rebirth process. It reminds us that consciousness is omniscient and omnipresent, seeing all and knowing all. Immerse yourself in the mystical interconnectedness that is cosmic consciousness. You have the potential to live in a completely different dimension of consciousness. Recognize that you previously operated under a narrow band of awareness. You had a limited perception of love. Okay, you thought that love was supposed to be a certain way. Your love has opened up with that green energy, that heart chakra. You had a heart chakra activation. Okay, so now that it's activated, you have a new side, you have more energy that's been unlocked. You have a new capacity to love, and the person that you're with right now, they're not matching up to this new unlocked energy. They can't give you that love because that's not where you created them from. Attune to flashes of divine light within your soul. Let feelings of separation fall away and embrace unity. You are here to experience cosmic consciousness, transform your goals, and seek a new direction. You have exceptionally clear sight right now. Okay, so strip to the bone as the old falls away. Do not despair. New light is infused. When you transform your awareness, humanity experiences a quantum shift. Healing, insight, enlightenment can happen right now. You are part of everything and everything is you. Soul path, become a vessel for cosmic consciousness. This chance to to change tracks is bigger than just a person. Okay, back to that water energy. You guys are being pushed and nudged into a certain direction. And it's bigger than just, oh, I need to be with this person. It's actually a spiritual gift hidden within that. All right. Whether it's the strength needed to be more empowered in your life in general, or maybe they have a spiritual lesson for you. Whatever the case is, it's bigger than just, oh, I'm very attracted to them. I'm very passionate about them. It's more than that. All right. So Bumblebee Jasper. Bumblebee Jasper, trust. Okay. Bumblebee Jasper, startling colors instill a new vibration. The stone stimulates new projects, bringing you the message that you must have honesty in your life. Be true to yourself. Be true to your desires. Be true to what you want. You are a divine being with immense inner riches, holding the bright, energizing light of the sun. You are born to carry out a specific task. Charismatic, you naturally attract people. You have inner strength and courageously go where others do not dare. Harvest your resources and put them to work to heal dis-ease. A moment of fertilization, you are being open to new possibilities. Remember that the bee is not aerodynamic, designed to fly, but it does. Cut through doubt, cut through uncertainty. Relax and focus. Clear sight is needed. Tune out those distractions. Visualize your future. Imagine solutions. Love and good fortune will rush to you and grasp the opportunities. You have to embody this. You have to imagine the solutions so that when it comes, you can grasp them. You have the fire and the intuitive guidance to grasp it. Be a leader, but avoid arrogance. Trust the universe. You overcome obstacles. Someone new lights up your life. It's lighting up your life for a reason. Food intolerances and other allergies may underlie any physical discomfort that you experience. The soul path is triumph over the impossible. Okay, the energy here is Leo, Sagittarius, and Virgo. All right. Oh, last one, Eye of the Storm. Let me know what you guys think about this the crystal element, if you like it, if it gives more insight or not. I don't think I'll be reading passages every time, but this is it. All right. Eye of the Storm, safe haven. Eye of the Storm is a safe haven for your soul, a calm center no matter what upheavals may occur. A life support system during stressful times or serious illness. Hold on to it during challenges so that you keep things in perspective. That center, There needs to be a center. There needs to be a groundedness here. All right. That is following your intuition. All right. Setting the boundaries so these distractions don't get in the way. You may be allowing the challenges and trauma of life to push you off center. You're just going with whatever happens. Stress and pressure are a major cause of your dis-ease. That allowing whatever to happen is causing you to be resentful. Okay. And and when really you need to just set proper boundaries, and you need to actually set more fire in your heart to go for what you want. You're being resentful about people doing things to you or things happening to you, and you're just carrying this victim mentality because you're just swaying when all you need to do is just stand up, step up, speak up, get what you want. All right, that's the only thing that's stopping you. Don't sit there and start projecting on other people because you're not setting the proper boundaries for yourself. You could be focusing too closely on one aspect of your life to the detriment of others. Look at the wider picture. Time to relax and let go of your stress. Stay mindful rather than watchful. Excess adrenaline adversely affects your immune system. Switch on the positive potential in your cell walls. Meditate quietly to rejuvenate your DNA. You can stay centered and calm no matter the storm that rages around you. All right. Soul path, walking safely through the storm. All right. There's a need to have a level of zen. All right, despite what you're going through right now, despite the distractions, there's a need to keep your eyes on a prize despite the distractions. All right, there's a need for you to change tracks, and that's what your focus needs to be on, the new track that you need to be on. Don't let anybody distract you from that. All right, let's pull from the power animal, then we're all set. Now, romance angels, and then we're all set. Okay, look at that. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Scorpio had this energy. I don't know. Some of you guys might be dealing with a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your energy, because Scorpio, they didn't have this card that came out, but they were carrying the energy of a freaking wasp. And that's what I told them. Wasp or a hornet. Okay. So some of you guys might be dealing with the Scorpio. Have that in your chart somewhere in a prominent position. But here we are. Wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Okay, this is it will be a hurtful emotional storm, trying to pull away from someone, but it is leading you to your sunshine. It is leading you to a more empowered way of being. It's just the separation is just going to be a little bit hurtful. Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. Scorpio had this too. So maybe watch the Scorpio reading, okay? It might give you some motivation or give you some gems as to how to move and how not to move. All right. We have life is a mystery. Some of you guys don't know where you're going to. Some of you guys do. All right. But even if you do know the person that is pulling you in, that is summoning you in, they're not, it's not all, you're not seeing the whole picture. With that, if you haven't watched a water sign reading, the collective water sign reading, it talks about how you guys are being led and seduced into an upgrade. You don't realize how much of an upgrade it is. You might be writing it off as something like, oh, it's just someone that turns me on. It's just someone who's like really attractive. And it's like, no, it's more than that. It's something bigger there. Okay, whether it's a journey to jumping from where you are, the changing of the tracks it's going to shift and unlock something within you that you need to move forward in your life in general, or they have something deeper, okay, more than just sexual attraction, okay? All right, hummingbird spirit. Be here now, be in the moment. There's a need to be more active in your life and not allow for things to just sway you back and forth. There's a need to be an active player in your life. Nobody else should be more of an active player in your life than you are, right? It's like other people are causing waves in your life and you're not causing any waves for you. You're just flowing with whatever waves are coming in by residual energy. There's a need to start cutting off that residual energy there so you can actually tune into what you actually want and go and create it. All right, what do the romance angels have to say? You have to do this for the sake of your own happiness. Look at that, new love. Yeah. All right. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. One of the One of the crystal cards said that too, right? A new person's coming in. A new person has lit your fire. Do not let that fire go out. It's bigger than this. It's bigger than the love. Okay, but it's a mystery, right? You're not seeing it. It's a test of faith. So right now you're just being lured in by something that seems superficial. Or some of you guys might feel like it's a spiritual connection, but it's something that you can actually let go of. It's not something to let go of. It's something bigger there. You don't know what the gems are. You don't know what the consequences are. There's a need for you to have trust and faith. You're not sure why you're being so pulled to this person, but you need to go for it. All right, love yourself first. Do it. It's an act of self-love. You have to change tracks. It's an act of self-love here. That jumping from one track to the other, the jumping from one person to the other. This jump is an act of self-love because you know that you're going for something that's going to give you all the passion that you want and the passion that you deserve, and it's going to stop you from settling. Settling for something is just going to eat away at your spirit and cause more resentment, and it's going to cause you to resent this person for something that they didn't even do. You're going to start projecting your resentment on them and the universe because you didn't step up for yourself. All right? And that's not fair to anyone. Step up for yourself. Bet on yourself here. Okay? You got this. Have trust. Have faith in the universe here. All right? You are being led to this new love. Even though it's going to hurt to separate yourself from someone else, you got to do it for your own happiness. All right? Take lead in your life. Stop floating and letting things float on by. All right. This could be you or someone else. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment. Add me on IG. That's Tarot on the Hill. All right. Let me know what you guys think about this crystal reading element that I added to it. All right. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. I do those. If you want to be an angel donor, you'll get 10% off of the reading. So you can check out the Patreon link below for that. Also, donations are welcome through the Cash App. Check out that link below as well. All right. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, peace.